Hi guys, so in today's video I want to talk about the importance of being heard and how lack of it we have in this world today. And I just want to talk about how powerful it truly is and some personal examples I will also use. So firstly, I think at the end of the day everyone just wants to feel heard. And a lot of the times that comes in the form of external validation seeking. Obviously, that's not the only reason why someone would be externally motivated, like for others' approval, but that can be one of them where these people, they were never told it's okay to feel what you're feeling. They were never told your thoughts aren't crazy, and they were never told like I hear you and I'm with you. And I just want to say, like, whenever I'm like I've heard a couple times already, like a lot of people, a couple of my friends and stuff, and people talk to me, they're just like, oh my god, I love talking to you. And it's not that I'm the most comedic person. I am pretty funny, like I would say so, but it's not that I'm the most, I don't know, super cool, fabulous, amazing person, like that's has all kind of cool things that no one else had. Like I surprise my friends. It's literally the fact that I attentively and undivided attention, I just sit down and listen to these people, right? When people talk to me, like I genuinely want to hear what they're saying. And people can feel that, and people a lot of the times that's where they go, oh my god, I love talking to you. Even though I'm saying nothing, all I'm doing is genuinely giving my energy and my time just to hear what they're saying. And what helps me be in this mindset is every single person has something valuable, I think. And I've actually grew up with my parents going, no, only learn from the smart people, only learn from people who are better than you, blah, blah, blah. But if we judge people by their titles and what they've achieved and where they're at in life, it's like you don't get to see character. There's so many dropouts that are really amazing people, or there's so many like kind people who maybe didn't pass high school. And there's something valuable in every person's experience because everyone views this world in their own way. And we might have a lot of similarities in how we view it, but ultimately everyone is viewing their lenses slight bit different from the other person. And so that's why I kind of listen to everyone, and I really, really care about what they're saying. Even if I don't know the person very well, even if we don't talk much, I still want every single person to feel heard and understood because they matter. And that just comes to like, I want to share a personal example of when I was like in grade 8. I wasn't the happiest. I was pretty upset, like a lot. And like I was just unhappy with my friends, environment, and because it was elementary, you couldn't like see as many people as compared to high school. You just see kind of the same people every day, and I was like really upset, and there's nothing really good in that point in my life. Like I didn't have sports, I didn't have other friends outside of school. It was a difficult time, and I wasn't happy with my everyday life. And I remember going up to my parents just like, oh my god, I feel this and that, and they tried offering me solutions. They tried going one solution after that, but I've kind of tried these things already. And I don't remember exactly what solutions they said, but I remember thinking like I've done that, and then I'd always have like some kind of excuse. Not like I'm trying to make it, but just I'd always have a reason for why that wouldn't work because it's likely that I tried it already. And eventually my parents were like, "Oh, well, you're going to have to deal with it on your own. Like I can't help you then." And that really made me feel really lonely. And really, now looking back at it, all I needed was someone to just listen to me and someone to just be like, oh, okay, like these feelings you have, yes, like it makes sense why you're this way. Like, do you know how badly I needed that? And do you know how badly, like, this world needs that? It's just someone to go, yes, like what you're experiencing is not, it's not like your fault, and but you can change it, like that kind of thing. And Like, so much of the time, like, that's all you need, you know? You just need people to hear you. And then when I went to counseling, I got introduced to it. Like, it's like therapy. Um, and like, yeah, so it's like kids therapy or like teens therapy I got. I remember just that first session I had, or yes, for it was the first session I had, and I remember feeling amazing when I walked out of there. Not that she gave me any mind-blowing tricks, not that she gave me any anything like that practical, you could say. It's just that I just had someone listen to me, and I had someone go, and I felt as if she was saying, what you're doing, what you're feeling is valid and it makes sense. What you're experiencing is valid and makes sense. And oh my goodness, that was like life changing, you know? It's just like someone going, you're not crazy for what you think and feel, and you're not crazy for what you're going through. It's just so life changing when kind of your whole life, you know, you've been told like you shouldn't feel this way, you should feel this way, you know? Because it's like, well, is what I'm experiencing wrong? You know, is you kind of develop that kind of resistance to your own feelings and thoughts. And sometimes, I think in my case, it can lead to kind of feeling there's something wrong with you if you are feeling things and nobody seems to get it. You know, eventually you might go, "Oh, there's something wrong with me," which is terrible, right? But you know, when you're young, when you are still kind of relying on your parents for your sense of identity and your sense of self, this is very common. You know, this is very, like, this is almost expected, you know, if a kid is constantly coming up to you and then it's just denied and it's just suppressed and it's just pushed back or it's just in some way dismissed. And so it also makes me wonder though, like, so many people, they just want to be heard too. I think a lot of our problems we look at, like anyone's emotional problem, we look at and we think it's something to fix right away. Of course, coming to solutions or coming in terms to things is important, but we often look at people and go, oh, we need to fix you. Or oh, like if you're struggling, then do something. Like it's constantly like trying to problem solve, problem solve. But when in the end, like we don't need to view it as a problem, you know? We don't need to view it as there's something wrong with this person and it needs to get fixed right away. And instead, we should start looking at people like validating them and hearing them. And I think that is deeply lacked in this world. Like again, so many people, they chase validation because there was no one to tell them like you are okay, you are accepted, and you matter. Your thoughts and feelings matter, and what you're experiencing matters, right? So there's so many people that often go to other people, is this fine? Or go to other people and think, like, am I okay? Am I okay to be feeling this? You know, am I okay to be experiencing this? And it's just so sad because then this person's going to be disconnected themselves quite heavily. And yeah, like, for example, there was this murderer that I don't even know his name or anything, but it was like introduced in my law class, and it was just basically like, what's it called? A false criminal offense, basically like him and his girlfriend had a fight, and he has a history of trying to seek attention, basically. So one time he was really upset and he just went to court and said, I'm guilty for this case that was like a murder case. And then he was in jail for 20 years because by the time he like rationalized and his feelings were a bit calmer, um the court already made a case. So, and then that's an example where I wonder, like, was this person heard growing up, you know? And what were they met with every time they had some kind of problem? Were they told that there's something wrong with them, or were they told that what they're feeling is wrong, you know? And I think we should all carry this with ourselves, but nobody should feel that what they're feeling is wrong. And no one should feel their experiences are wrong. But unfortunately, because of lack of understanding, you know, people really make others responsible for that. And it's really upsetting, because then you start to kind of internalize and be like, there's something wrong with me. So something I want you all to take away from this video is, next time you're interacting with someone, no matter how crazy they sound, just listen. If they seem like they have never-ending problems and it's just never going away, just know deep down they just need someone to listen. They just need someone to be like, what you're feeling is okay, you know? And they might feel that there's something wrong with them if you don't say that. And of course, it sounds all, oh, well, why are you relying on other people for how to feel about yourself? Why can't you just do that for yourself? And it's like, because we human beings are social creatures. We gain our sense of self by what our parents thought about us, what society thinks of us, right? In a way, being human does mean, like, others' perceptions of you do kind of influence how you carry yourself. And that's not really a bad thing. That's just human. I don't think you can avoid that, right? Like, if you were told you're a nerd growing up, like, you're probably going to carry that with you throughout your whole life until, like, you really understand this, right? So just listen to everyone, genuinely listen to them. A lot of the times people's big emotional problems just come from not being listened to and feeling that they're crazy because they're not being listened to. So yeah, that's all I wanted to share. And anything else? Yes. So that's it. Just don't criticize people as much. Listen, that can really change this world we are in today. That's all I wanted to say. Thanks for watching.